to the third episode of Citizen Sleeper. So I believe last time we spoke to Fang, did his stuff. Then I know we opened up this area. And we also have this guy now. Ethan. He's annoying. And I will not be paying off his tab. I refuse. I'm pretty sure I know what happens if I don't. So yeah. We have the key for this, so let's go do that. As you push the door open, the automatic lights flicker on inside the apartment. They reveal yellowing plastic panels, the curved shape of wall-mounted utility units, the detritus of a routine life arranged on every surface. You step inside, clicking the door shut behind. The amber light of the aging fixtures glaze everything with pale orange. The work surfaces hold a variety of objects, indistinct in the dull lighting. A pale blue light drifts from a doorway at the end of the room. Let's go to the doorway. You cross the cramped utility room, with its auto wash, dispensers, water closet, towards the doorway. Through the doorway is a dark, warm room, lit only by the faint glow of a terminal screen. Approach the terminal. As you approach, there is a crackle from somewhere in the dark. Sleeper. The man's voice shakily echoes through the apartment. Welcome to my home. I'm sorry, I can't be there. I've had to make alternate arrangements. You hear rattling noises. Static. I was able to record this message, but I don't dare show my face. Something has happened to Yaragon. I no longer trust them. Their voice becomes distant, slipping behind the background noise. I have something to ask of you. I want you to get me out. Yaragon was supposed to hide me, to protect me. After everything happened, I was desperate. Then after that, I was too tired to care. A noise, like waves, passes over the recording. But I'm done with them now. I want out. Screw the dead. But I need insurance. Something I can hold against them. I have my suspicions, but I can't be sure. I need information, and as you know, you need me. A pause. Something clicking in the dark. This isn't a threat. You have to understand my position here. Another pause. I know sleepers. I have been here before. I can help you, but not with Yaragon's noose around my neck. Give me data, give me information, give me something I can use against Yaragon. Then I can get out and you get what you need. Please. Waves of static cut into Sabine's voice. Bring it here to my terminal. I'll get to it when I can. You look around the tiny room and try to imagine Sabine living here. Working at the desk, sleeping in the bunk, blinking into the terminal in the dark. The recording cuts to static, filling the room with its white hiss. Then silence. Access the terminal. You sit in front of the humming terminal and hit a few keys. Sabine has left an access port open, but the rest is encrypted, locked away behind passcodes. It seems Sabine might not trust you as much as they want you to think. Who does Sabine need to hide from? And what debt do they owe to Yaragon? You try to assemble the pieces, but too many are missing. The only thing you know is that without stabilizer, your body will die. You glance at the briefcase on the lab. Briefcase lab on the desk. Its glassware glinting in the dark. You turn away and leave, door clunking shut behind you. Back in the corridor, you notice the scrawled graffiti of Blade on the opposite wall. Without a gun, you feel yourself being drawn into something you don't quite understand. That's not nice. I don't like that. Suppose we're gonna get food, huh? Not too good, buddy. Alright, good. And the cycle. Okay. Decent. Let's see what's up here. Okay, well, I have to use dice to explore there. And I also need a job or some sort of work. I can sell the ship behind. 150 grand. Oh, I'm not sure if I want to. I think I have another use for it, but I could be wrong. Unit assembly. Structural fitting. Come on, negative outcome. There we go. And I'm not going to use that one. I don't want to risk another negative. Do I have anything I can... Any data I can yoink? Got some evidence data. What's the Yada agent? And it's a 1. Yay. Bypass, extract data. We should be able to give this to... this, I think. Yeah, Yada data. Alright, so that's just 1. So we're gonna need 2 more of those then. I don't see... Yeah, okay, there's another agent right there. The keynode. Nature also average. Keynode, there's nothing there. Ooh, there. So they'll buy Yada data, but I don't want to sell it. But it's not yet. I do want to buy more food. And then we're gonna see what happens when I don't pay off his tab. So I'm pretty sure I know what happens. Wakey. Ethan is outside the moment you leave, landing on the corridor wall. Ethan. That's right. Pushes off the wall, a little shaky on his feet. And you made me come all the way out here. His hand comes to rest on the butt of his handgun, dangling from a chest holster. I thought we had a deal here. You pay my tab and I don't shoot you. Wasn't that it? Or am I misremembering? I'll stay silent. Someone could be sitting on my stool right now. Think about that. He smiles. I like it there. There, we have music. We have drinks. We have darkness. He shades his eyes. All we have here is fluorescent lights and a bad smell. What's your problem? My problem is you didn't clear my tab. So I'm here to clear that up. Ethan lazily draws his handgun from its holster and holds it out. Cryo, whatever you have, now. No. Come on, Ethan suddenly shouts. You're wasting my time. Ethan leans over and pats your pockets, keeping the gun trained on you. We have to stop meeting here. This place stinks. He finds your chits and pulls out a handful. Thank you. He stuffs the chits into a pocket without counting them. Is that so hard? Why are you doing this? You think this is on me? I think someone in your position might have a better idea of how all this works. Ethan holsters his gun and reaches into his coat pocket. He pulls out a hip flask and takes a swig. I'm freelancer, Sleeper. Just like you. We both signed a contract with SNARP, didn't we? The difference is that my word means something. He closes the gap, stumbling a little. What did you think? You could just run away from your contracts? You're dead. You could just steal that natty little body of yours and take it for a real joyride? Play a human for a cycle or two? I'm nothing like you. That's what I'm saying. Ethan gestures around the corridor as if he has an audience. You are a coward. I'm a professional. Though I should thank you, taking another swig from the flask, for giving me such an easy job. I'm used to outlaws, you know. Real bounties. If I knew catching sad little escapees like you was so easy, I would have changed clients ages ago. Ethan drains the rest of the flask. Thing is, Sleeper, I can find you anywhere. It's actually wild that you haven't figured it out. That body isn't yours and it will always betray you, no matter what. So please, go. I'll catch up with you whenever I need another drink. He laughs and walks off down the corridor. Look at yourself. Give it up, Sleeper. He shouts back down the corridor. Go find a job. You turn and set off in the opposite direction. Head down. You walk hard and fast down the walkway. Anger driving your footballs into the metal of the rim like hammers. Dang it. All of it. Not sure I could have passed that. Hope Fang chases lunch. What is Fang chasing right now? What's going on with Fang? That is a good point. There's the rotunda. Hopefully we can find some more back here. Both keys for this. Neo End. As you slip inside the sealed dock, a pulsing light grabs your attention. Among the discarded tubing and rusted plates, a machine flickers with a warm glow. Look around. You don't know when this place was sealed, the state of the outer door high. But from state of the outer doors high above, it must have been decades ago. In this dark, cavernous space, debris sits in every corner, along with the traces of rough sleepers, although none of it seems recent. Looking past this layer of decay, you see the now faded messages, symbols, logos of the Eye's original corporate owners, still glinting in the shadows. Among all this, the warm glow of the machine seems to be the only sign of life. Actually, approach the machine. As you get closer, you recognize the machine's blocky shape, settled into an alcove in the side of the dock. A kind of upright cabinet. It is covered in faded logos and messages, from which you assume it was once an industrial vendor intended to dispense and manufacture ship fittings. and other mechanical parts necessary for the regular running of freight and resource extraction vessels. The manufacturer is listed as Neovend, and you remember an advert from long ago, squeezed among all the off-world recruitment drives that assaulted every planet-born citizen, which chirpily saying that name over and over. You wipe a layer of dust from the cracked screen, thinking of those contractors squeezed by their own corporate employers to pay for every bit of minor maintenance on their rented ships. Enter your registration, chirps a pre-recorded message, catching you off guard. Press some keys. You search for the keypad, something against whirring. At first, it sounds like servo motor starting up, but it quickly becomes a whisper, a whining, then a multi-tonal voice that emanates from Neovend. Entity. Again, voice for this one. Entity, they hiss. Speak with me. Who's there? There is a squeal, almost like some strange mechanical swallowing or intake of breath. Before the machine speaks again. I have need of you. You have need of me. That squeal comes again, and you see that it is the 3D printing apparatus in the upper part of the machine resetting into place, so that each time the servos can be orchestrated to produce that whirring, whining voice. You are in danger. Are you the vending machine? The squeal. Joe, is this fast for its seclusion? Please listen. The machine creaks. You are marked for deletion, entity. Hunter tracks you. The screech rattles through the empty dock. You remember the strange head, the figure, the threads closing in. Hunter. The Hunter Protocol. They taste your signature. The sudden whine sets your teeth on edge. You have seen them. This is the gift of an emulated mind. You close your eyes, and the skeleton of the station starts to thrum. Emulated minds are adaptable. Move where neurons cannot. The mechanism resets, but emulation makes you target. Adaptable? Yes. You can move through networks, clouds, hardware, software. Neovend whines. But you cannot hide here. But you cannot hide there. Hunter is there. The servos shudder the vending machine's casing as they reset. Hunter searches for me also. Hide in this machine. You look at the ruined vending machine, an unusual hiding place for sure. Can counter Hunter, but need entity outside machine. The light flickers. Need you. A screen attached to the vending machine with a swiveling arm comes to life. It displays a flickering map of the station, ghostly, threaded. The cloud points along the rim glow in deep red. Hunter is always gathering. Too much data. Must build nests. Explains Neovend. Masters aren't gone, but continues to hunt. Bring this data. Raid its nests. Masters? The station builders. Solheim. The machine rumbles impatiently. Long gone. Their protocols still odd. Bring offerings. Save self. Neovend says pointedly. Mutual need means friends. They conclude, tired of the conversation. The whirring amplifies and then suddenly drops as mechanisms within the machine click back into place. The glow fades, and you are left stood in the dark of the sealed dock, that whirring voice ringing in your ears. Interesting. Yo, what is this? And Kita. Hey, you! Want to earn a chip? Nikita stands beside a huge pile of tied together hold plates. She stretches out her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Make it two. And Nikita laughs. This is a goddamn station. She sighs and pinches the bridge of her nose. Alright, come here then. You cross the docking concourse as she begins to split the plating into two bundles. What is it with this place? She asks, as she angrily lashes the massive plates together. Everyone wants their cut. She straightens up to an imposing height, her armor plates creaking, and looks you up and down. Or is it just that you all think I'm an easy mark? We all need to survive. And Kita softens. I get it. I do. She shakes her head. But if I could go just one cycle without some jumped up grifter trying to make me for an idiot, or trying to take me for an idiot, then that would be nice. And Kita hoists one bundle of plating onto her shoulder. Come on then, enough chat. You've got to earn those chits. You struggle to shoulder the plates, but you do eventually. And Kita gives you a look. Ships this one. And she sets off down a gantry at impressive speed. As you catch up to her, she turns down a passage, pushing through a small crowd of stevedores. Why are you... Well, why are you doing this to yourself? You mean, why aren't I hiring those good folk? She nods back at the stevedores. I've paid Habanage enough. They are currently rinsing me for a mooring and can't vacate unless I either fix the ambergris or sell it off as scrap. Ambergris? Is that your ship? You catch on fast. She gives you another of her looks. She rapidly turns another corner as you trail behind. She got cut up pretty badly on our last job, and I had to moor up here. Yeah, moor up here for a spell. But since then, it's only gotten worse. Someone got in and sliced the core of my ship. So now she's gone dark. She shifts the panels on her shoulder. The upshot is that I'm short one ship mind with a ton of repairs to do. And the rest of the crew signed off the moment they got rid I'd been stranded. So yeah, it's been a time. Anything I can do to help? I don't know, got a ship mind tucked away on that frame of yours. For a moment, you weren't sure if she's serious. Just might. And Kita swings the plates from her back, almost knocking you over in the process. This is me. She hauls the second bundle off your shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing her bottom lip. Look, you want to help? Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber together, and you don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. She passes the bundles of plates through the ambergris's outer lock and then turns back. Just don't go spreading all this around. And Kit throws you a couple of jets. She gives you a parting nod and ducks through the doorway. Alright, get out of here. She calls back. The lock slams shut. Two chits. That's all I got. Dang it, she doesn't actually want my ship mind. But I need monies, so I'm gonna keep that chip mod just in case she changes her mind. Like, I can make some cry off this, can't I? Yes, I can. Not much though. We'll just go back down here. Risk it. I kind of need more cryo, so we're gonna have to risk it a second time. Okay, good. I can end the cycle like this. Maybe if I get some good dice, I'll sunbathe to use photosynthesis. Sweet biscuits. Alright, we are sunbathing. That's crazy. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. Alright, I think this place offers jobs at some point, doesn't it? Get a second one, why don't we? Stuff. Well, we'll take this last cryo and we'll go up the smoke. This last action die, rather. See if there's anything up in the hub to... I don't really have anything to go up. Repair. Go back to the red. Check this. Alright, so we gotta get some speed out, we gotta fix the ambergris. And we still need to get the tracker disabled, which means we need to talk to Fang. She should be back in next cycle, hopefully. Hopefully he's not dead. He might be dead. It's been more than a few cycles since Fang fronted Harden, and the silent sense is noticeable. In your time with Fang, you haven't exactly found him to be reliable, but you did expect to hear the end of whatever thing he put into action. But if he won't come to you, you think you approach the Evidence Building. But if he won't come to you, you think it's you approach the Evidence Building. And it's time you come to him. After all, he did promise to fix your tracker, and you are getting nervous. As you approach the bay doors, you see them wide open, and light pouring out of the once dark room. Stacks of servers and terminals sit outside the bay, suddenly robbed of their mystery by the bright blood lamps. Figure in habited security fatigues steps out of the bay as you get closer, carrying a stack of hardware. Approach. As you get closer, you see the security officer taping up machines from Fang's stash with what looks like hazard tape. This isn't good. You again. Harden is there, leaning beside the bay entrance so calmly that you barely noticed him. He has a slate in his hand and an inventory of seizures scrawled across it. Predictable, further evidence of Fang's collusions. You see another security officer come out of the bay and take notice of you. Where is he? Feigning ignorance? Or perhaps just abandoned? Harden shakes his head. I believe you should choose your conspirators more wisely. I almost feel sorry for you. Arden pushes away from the wall and comes closer. Don't worry, Sleeper. We have all the evidence we need. A confession won't be necessary. He gestures around at the stacks of hardware, spying on fellow Havenage members, hoarding Solheim materials, an obsession with Korga data. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? That was his job. And what would you know about jobs, Sleeper? He looks up at the glass roof above and stars beyond. You're the one that provided the oxygen you are breathing, the light you are seeing, the systems you use every day to live out your cycles. This place was hard fought for, Sleeper. It took work, diplomacy, and strength to stop the Eye descending into chaos after Solheim collapsed. Not blind conviction or self-interest. You're the self-interested one. More accusations. What have you achieved, Sleeper? Entire existence is proof of your self-interest. Signing yourself over to be emulated rather than work yourself. Whether you remember it or not, you suffer from the same short-sighted perspective as the person you were copied from. You see, Sleeper, we are proud of our history. Andre Erlin and the First Union founded this place. And Havenage has welded his values into the station's very walls. We will never turn away the hard-working, the just, the true citizens of the Eye. Havenage aren't a game like Yatagan. They aren't pirates like half the species you'll meet in the hub, or esoterics like those Haifa radicals the Greenway. We are the backbone of this place, proud and true. We named Erlin's Eye, Sleeper. This is our station. He meets your eye. So please, take your false accusations elsewhere before I decide I need that confession after all. History will catch up with you. I'm not afraid of history, Sleeper. We are all making it here, cycle by cycle. He smiles. If you have any pride, you'll give up Fang the moment he contacts you. You know where to find me. With that, Hardin turns his back and walks back towards the security officers, ordering them to continue the clear out. As they do, something catches your eye among one of the server stacks. A crumpled, hand-printed box of synthetic chewing gum. Penguin character grinning from the brightly colored card. Scrolled onto it, a speech bubble reading, "Take me to Tambur." You carefully pocket the box, make sure no one is watching, and then turn away, just as another stack of servers is wheeled out of the bag. What have you done, Vang? And where the hell is Tambur? Interesting. We need more stabilizer. It could work. Oh, let me get some pause time. Sweet. 9 Grado. It's a neutral, but nothing. Alright, and then we'll just do 2 more of these. 9 Grado. This is gonna be rough. This one might get me fucked. Okay, it was fine. It was good. It was good. It was good. Very good, very good. I think you can get past this area back here, can't you? Yeah, the Founder's Gap. 150, hell no. I do not have that much money. Let's go back to sleep in our container. Right where we've always been. Okay. Not that bad. Let's see, over the car. Let's go ahead and do this one again. The glass shatters on the steel bar beside. Taunts don't take long to follow. Hey, Haunt! Spacer calls across the low room. What are you doing here? He laughs at his own lame joke. Playing human? Ignore him. You hunch a little further, staring at hundreds of tiny impact points that scar the bar's surface. A hand falls on your shoulder, but as you flinch away, it pats reassuringly. You freeze in place. Out. The voice comes from behind you. Spat out like a shot. Turn to see. Bright eyes, dark hair, a stare that could reach the wall and bend you into a part. To vent you all into hard vacuum. As you turn back to the spacer, the second glass comes sailing through the air. Catch it. You reach up a hand, glass shatters across your forearm, showering you in fragments. Through the haze of glass and Girol vapor, you see Tala leaps a bar and close the distance to the spacer. The thud as he slams into the wall echoes around the bar like thunder. Now flanked by other figures, quick to their feet, Tala throws the spacer out the door and stands silhouetted against the rotunda lights. You touch your arm and it feels wet. Someone helps you to your feet and back onto your stool. Broken glass rattles as it is cleared, and a fresh measure of Girol is glugged out in front of you. Same hand, warm, heavy, falls on your shoulder once more. He isn't coming back. We don't tolerate that kind of shit here. Tala flops onto the stool beside you. Let's get a look at you. Tala wipes the powdered glass from around the wound, and someone places a bottle of alcohol and a metal tin with tweezers on the bar. She disinfects them and then turns to you. That was an ambitious catch. She smiles, pulling a sliver of glass from your forearm. Stupid, but ambitious. You don't feel the pain, only the string of status messages your body delivers concerning dermal damage and exposed structures. You do feel the care, though. Tala's bright eyes search your thick synthetic skin for splinters. Look away. As Tala works, you glance around the overlook. The dim orange lights built into each table, giving the scattered patrons a conspiratorial mood. You recognize a few from previous meetings, but they all seem to have forgotten the recent confrontation as quickly as it arrived. Each seems in their own bubble, whirling away the hours in this repurposed dock with its meager distractions. Whiling away. Oh, misread that. It's not as bad as it looks, says Tala, without making it clear if she means the bar or your wounds. Tala smiles to herself. So, you've been on the island long? Long enough? She laughs. You don't need to act tough with me. A splinter clinks into the tin. Not everyone is like that, idiot. We don't all hate you. She glances around. Some of the regulars, maybe they fear you, but maybe they're just curious. I don't know. But I do know that the Overlook is a safe place. I know what it's like to be new in this place. Trust me. She meets your eye. I'm not trying to convince you of anything, or separate you from your chits. I just want you to know that if you need somewhere, you can always come here. I know the rations we've got aren't much. The company is, she leans in, limited. But if you need work, I'll happily put you behind the bar, and if you need shelter, well, we can discuss that. You'll be safe. I usually have Francis Lenore, but he's up in the Greenway this cycle, haggling with our supplier. Francis tends to be particular about what we serve, even if the clientele isn't. She places her tweezers in the tin with a click. That's you, sleeper. Here. She slides a glass of Chirol to you. This'll help. She stops, her hands still on the glass. Wait, does this help? I mean, can you get drunk? No idea. She laughs. Well, keep trying. I'll let you know if I see any difference. She walks back around the bar, gathering the glasses as she does. Before long is telling how she threw that spacer out to a new group that just wandered in, complete with dramatic actions. She gestures in your direction and you instinctively look away, back to the worn surface of the bar. You take a sip of the drool, the earthy fungal tones filling your senses, almost blocking out sight and sound, like diving headfirst into a bog. You may not be able to get drunk, but this connection to something grown, something fermented, something old feels good. Alright. Let's finish up this cycle and then hopefully have this video be a reasonable length instead of what it was yesterday. Or last time. Oh yeah, yesterday. Hopefully I don't lose anything here. Sweet basket. Let's see, so I can live there. Okay. Sure, take that heritage deal. Why not? 10 cryo, nice. Sounds to me like that's another wireless stabilizer. Cross between two walls of units by the cavernous streets at the center of the lowland. Pressurized bridge is full of the clack of tabla, the shouts of children, the whir of air filters. Sleeper, journal man sitting at the top of the table alone, somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures to the stool opposite side of the table. Sit. You sit at the metal stool and he starts setting out the board with counters, or at least the filter caps. Counters, or at least the filter caps lowerers typically use their place. Castor, he says, by way of introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day, he asks, gesturing at the caps. Crudely sprayed white and black. Day. He rotates the boards so the white caps are in front of you. Let's begin. You take a plastic die each, pitted and worn, and roll to determine who starts. Castor rolls a 6. You a 4. I lead. He smiles and begins to move his first cap precisely among the board. The play passes back and forth between you, the dice changing hands as the caps spread along the board. As it does, Castor speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It is unusual to see a sleeper on the eye. That's why I wanted to play you. You take a turn, rolling a 5 and a 6. Play aggressively. I think I like aggressiveness. After all, the sleeper's mind must be somehow different to a human one. Being emulated, I mean. As Castor talks, you target his counters, halting his progress, but exposing your caps as you do. I don't mean to offend you, Castor meets your eye. I merely see that you are by definition different. What has been subtracted in the emulation? What has been added? He stacks a wall of counters, a boundary you must break. He hands you the dice. Do you ever think about this, sleeper? About what you were before and what you are now? Always. You roll a double 1 and solidify your wall. Castor whistles. the holding game. Commendable. It can be brave to build from what came before. He rolls the dice and leaves you all in a single move. We cannot idle too long, Sleeper. The slower we move, the sooner we are caught. The past you is not just an idea, a concept for you. It is a living, breathing person. He looks up over his glasses. His eyes bright wide. You split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on with their lives unaware of your fate, no matter what it may be. He hands you the dice, smiling. You are a branch severed from the main trunk, an offshoot who refuses to die, so to speak. Roll again, under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out on our castors, where he solidifies control of the game. So what I'm curious about is how you see yourself in all this. What does this tangle of truths make you? Driven? Castor laughs. That much is obvious, Sleeper. I can see it in your eyes. You were eager to make all this count for something. Castor looks away, through the glass to the crowded units on all sides. But driven towards what? He starts removing caps, his home board now full. Is there an end here, or just endurance? You try a few more rolls, tempting to get back in the game, but Castor clears his home board with a sense of the inevitable. He has known he was winning for a while. I feel I may have pushed too far. He slides another cap board. I apologize. My curiosity is a habit of getting the better of me. You roll to return a cap to the board, but all the spaces are blocked. Castor claps his hands apologetically. You play well, really. Your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. We have much to learn from each other. He slides his glasses back up to his nose and sits back. I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. His eyes glint with that last word. To our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It is over. He has won. I'll see. Please, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. He holds his palms. My intention is only to help you endure here. And if I am, feed my curiosities. And if I am able, feed my curiosities. The game over, you notice the bustle of the walkway once more. The call of the children, the deliveries, the arguments and reconciliations. They wash over you as you stand and leave, Castor nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you will play the moves of the games in your mind, looking for an opening you are sure was there. Interesting. Let's see. I see. Very interesting. So there's a Yaragon agent here. What's his? Okay, so he needs a 1-2. I'm assuming they might all need 1s. A hunter nest. That's right. Oh, you want it too. Lovely. Bypass that. Give me that tasty data. 4th interaction this time. Continue. A glimmer in the dark catches your eye as the orb of Hunter's head appears in the distance. It is looking for you. Hide. You slip down on the ghostly structures of the eye, a feeling like passing through a cloud as their data structures deform and reform around you. Another glimmer catches your eye. Closer now, that roving orb wreathed in its tentacles. It flickers, jumps once, twice, and then it is here. Hunter is here. Entity, submit to inquiry. Hunter reaches for you in that unpleasantly familiar way, its waving threads creating engage. Struggle. You push against the threads as they close in, becoming frenzied as you push them aside. You are caught by whipping tendrils, feel them pulling you away from the anchor of your body. You push through, clearing the threads. Entity, hold for processing. Comes the scream from behind, but you are already gliding away back to your anchor, your body. You awake, dizzy, distorted, but safe. Oh good, that was a short one. Alright. Let's see, we should probably go and use stabilizer and that. End the cycle. Okay. Well, it was a good cycle. It was a good video. Hope you enjoyed watching. Discord will be in the description. As usual, you know, if you could drop a like, leave a comment maybe. If you enjoyed, maybe give me a sub. Help me out, make the algorithm happy. Yeah, hope you have a good day. Bye. Or, well, good day or